Hey, hey, hey! It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo Cero here with another story time. Why I like video games and why this might become a rarity. Video games. Wow. I was born in 78. So in the end, if you guys know about the 80s, there was a lot of arcades. So I grew up in the 80s, so there was a lot of arcades, their home systems, your Ataris and your Nintendos. And my older brother, because I did arcades. I remember, if you live in Virginia, anybody watching this anybody watching this video who lives in Virginia might know of a mall called Lynn Haven Mall. Do not know if it's still there, and if it is, don't even know if it is still called Lynn Haven Mall. 2 stories, 2 floors. The second floor they had a movie theater and an arcade. And whenever you go by, you'd hear all those little sounds. Wish I could find the sound effects for those old arcades. And you'd walk by and you hear these sounds, ching ching, bing bing bing, bang bang, whatever. And it was like a call. It was pulling you in. Come in, come in, come in. You want to spend your money and lose it playing Pac-Man, Paperboy, Space Invaders. But it was enjoyable. You had your little machine where you just put your dollars in and they would turn into coins, quarters, or whatever. And I loved that. Playing those old machines was fun. The racing ones, even though I suck at racing, always have, always will. And if you ever play a racing game with me and I win, it means 2 things. 1, you suck worse than me, or 2, you're having a... Tells you I'm not going to cut any of these bloopers out, but if I beat you in a racing game, it means one of 2 things. Either you're worse than me, or you're having a really bad day. Oh, a third thing, and you're just probably, showing me pity and let me win, which in that case... We got our first system, was actually my brother's, was the old Atari, the 2600. And he didn't know this for years, or for decades he didn't know this, but when he would go out, I would sneak into his room and play it. And, yeah, Pac-Man, Space Invader, and God, I can't remember what ones I all played. So I'm having a wee bit of a bad hair day, but it was enjoyable. And I'd have to keep an eye out for him because I knew if Big Brother caught Baby Brother playing it, Big Brother was gonna whip Baby Brother's ass. Eventually we got Nintendo, so my parents bought the old NES. So that meant it came with and I actually have a copy of it. Excuse me. Hey, I should have a copy of it. It meant this. This isn't the original one we had. That'd be badass after almost 40 years if I still had that one. But yeah, it came with this. 2 controllers and a light gun. Fun game. Always has been. Always will be. Mario is just that cool of a game. And I enjoyed it. I think eventually they got me a copy of Ghouls and Goblins or Ghosts and Goblins. I can't remember. I always got the name mixed up. The game where if you get your hit, your armor pops off and you're fighting your boxers. My dad was in the Navy and he'd have his crewmates over sometimes, and one of them thought it was funny to play the game, not just having the character in his underwear, but you come down in the morning and you find out he'd been playing the game all night in nothing but his underwear. Oh God, I did not need to see that sight. Emotional damage. Actually, should put that clip here. Anyways, I went on to get my own personal system, which was actually the Game Boy. One, and then later on, the Sega Genesis. And I've continued to play video games ever since. To this day, currently right now, as I am taking a break, I've been playing Dragon Age Inquisition on my Xbox Series... Ooh, the control's dirty. The digital one. I'm thinking about saving up to get a PS5. Don't let my PS4 know that I might get mad. Gaming, it's fun. My thoughts on games, though, being turned into movies... I have a few. I have the Street Fighter ones. I have Mortal Kombat, Silent Hill, the Dead Resident Evil ones. I want to cut my one of my newer ones is the Dragon Age Dawn of the Sequel. That's more of one based on the movie, an animated movie based on a game, but it's not. It's linked to the games, basically. Not like the other movies, which have nothing to do with the game, other than they have some of the characters and stuff in it. And it was enjoyable. And I will always continue to love games. I mean, the other games I don't like. I did a review of APB Reloaded. Don't like that game. I don't think it's that good of a game. It's free. That's the only thing it has going for it, that it's free. Duke Nukem Forever, which is the only game so utterly bad, so utterly horrible that it gave me a headache. I'm not talking a figurative headache. I'm talking literally. My head felt like it was going to explode. Anyways, I'm still getting a little used to these story times, so I'm searching for subjects to talk about. But before I go, the reason why you'll be seeing less of this, as I've said, I have been sick. And though I am feeling better, I still feel very low on energy. Maybe it's my depression and whatever else acting up. But I've been really low on energy, and putting this on and becoming the character, that wears this mask, requires a certain level of energy. I don't have that energy right now. Maybe from time to time, I'll put it on. I am looking at some other masks. I'm looking at this cool one that's going to cost a little over $30. I can get apparently a voice amplifier that I'm looking into. The voice amplifier will cost a little bit more than this. It's still under $20, so I'm looking into a few things. But who knows? Again, you might see that from time to time. Maybe as a special treat. Oof. So I hope you don't see the psoriasis flaking off of my hair. Psoriasis sucks. Anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I will see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.